Yo, what's up? It's Henry Aaron Westbrook, your man, and we're back with another video by special request. If you're new to the channel, thanks so much for checking us out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on our post notifications so that you don't miss any of the videos coming up in the future. And if you've already been tuned in and you've been watching, well, thanks for coming back and thanks for being a part of the YouTube family. Make sure you hit the like button sometime throughout the video because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. It really helps me grow the channel, and it lets me know that you guys are engaged. It lets me know that you're watching and that you are paying attention. So like I said before, we got a special request to do this video, and the topic is basically how to fall asleep better, how to get better sleep. So right now I'm going to give you 16 tips to get better sleep. 16 proven tips to get better sleep. Okay, guys? Because see, a good night's sleep is just as important as, regular exercising and, maintaining a healthy diet. Research shows that poor sleep habits, can negatively impact your life, your hormones, your relationships, overall brain performance, and etc. So the quality of your sleep is super important, and you've got to be making sure that you're getting quality sleep, because when you get good sleep, you have lower stress levels, you actually have increased performance and better brain function, right? Obviously, that would be the contrary. So make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end. And before we get started, let me know down below in the comments, how do you sleep at night? Do you get good sleep? What are some strategies that you use to get better sleep? And do you ever have problems sleeping at night? And if you do, how do you deal with that? All right, guys. So here we go. I'm going to get straight into these 16 proven tips to get better sleep. And keep in mind, these are all scientifically proven, backed by evidence. So trust me when I tell you these, okay? Number one is to increase your brightness exposure, your daylight exposure, right, during the day. Okay, this means that when you wake up, morning, afternoon, and things like that, you want to be getting at least 2 hours of sunlight or pure natural light every day. You want to get exposed to that light because your body has what's called a circadian rhythm, and it affects your brain, it affects your body, it affects your hormones, and it essentially regulates, when you wake up and when you go to sleep. So natural sunlight and bright lights during the day help your circadian rhythm maintain healthy function. Okay, so getting sunlight, it'll keep you energized throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, because you had that exposure, you'll actually get more relaxation out of it. You see, people with insomnia, or those ones who can't sleep, they actually did a study on them where when they increased the amount of time that they went out during the day and got more sunlight, their quality of sleep, their quality of sleep improved by like 83%. Okay, so what that means is if you're in a situation or a state or a country where there's not much sun or you're lacking vitamin D exposure, well, you got to find a way to get sun or take a trip or even purchase an artificial light, okay? Because getting sunlight exposure literally affects you on practically every level, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, okay, even emotionally, right? So you want to make sure you're getting adequate sunlight because it's going to improve the quality of your sleep at the end of the day. Second proven tip that I've got for you is to reduce the amount of blue light exposure, right? So that's specifically in the evening time, right? Throughout the day, it's okay to be getting exposure to blue lights, and blue lights meaning, smartphones, tablets, computer screens, TVs, things like that. Because see, the blue light has like the opposite effect at the nighttime, and it's pretty much doing the same thing as the sun's doing in the daytime. So if you're exposing yourself to blue lights at nighttime, right, if you're on your phone, if you're on a computer late, if you're watching TV, you're actually tricking your brain into thinking that it's still daytime, that it's still light, that you're getting light, right? So that's the issue, right? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between the artificial light or the real light, and those blue lights are fucking up your circadian rhythm. right? And when that's happening, you're actually reducing the amount of melatonin that your body's producing. And melatonin is the key supplement to helping you fall asleep, to helping you induce, dreams, and ultimately become relaxed and get into that deep sleep state, right? So you want to minimize your blue light exposure. You should try to stop like 2 hours before you're gonna go to bed. So, put your phone away, stop watching TV, get your work done off the computer, and try to detach from your blue lights at least 2 hours before you fall asleep. That way your brain is getting set up. All right, so keep that in mind. You can even, download apps, on your phone, or you can get those glasses that they've got out there. I've got a pair actually, and those things right there will actually help prevent some of the blue light damages. So that way you can use your devices, etc., without straining yourself and not getting quality sleep. So those are just a few ideas to help with the blue light. Now, the third proven tip I've got for you to get better sleep is to just not consume caffeine late in the day. Now, we've talked about caffeine intake in other videos. However, if you're taking in caffeine anywhere from like 3-4 p.m. and after, just realize that that caffeine is going to be in your body for at least 6 to 8 hours. So you're going to be affected chemically by the caffeine for that long, okay? So that's going to take you into the evening. If it's 3, 4, 6 to 8, you're going to be wired from, that time until 10, 11. And that's going to interfere with you becoming relaxed, calming down, and getting high quality sleep, because your body is still so stimulated and energized, and that is going to be detrimental to you becoming relaxed and calm. Like I said before, guys, you don't want to be taking in caffeine or like before you go to sleep or regularly, in the evening time. It's like limited to just the mornings, and also be like aware of how it affects you, because everybody's affected by caffeine differently, right? So know how much you can handle, know the ways that your body reacts to the caffeine, and just keep your caffeine controlled into a minimum, because 4, 5, 6 p.m., those should be the times when you're prepping your body to unwind. So again, if you're going to just stimulate yourself, basically towards the end of the day, it might fuck your whole sleep up, right? So that should be common sense for you guys. Now, the fourth proven tip I've got for you guys is pretty much reduce the irregular or daytime naps that you're getting. So I'm not a big napper. I don't ever take naps. I've never been a believer of that. I don't have the time, to be honest. It doesn't really make sense to me. The sun is shining. It just doesn't work for me. But I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people fit like 15, 20, 30 minute, hour, 2 hour naps into their day. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, do what you need to do. But see, the problem with getting a power nap or taking a short nap during your day is that it can negatively affect your sleep at nighttime, because sleeping during the day confuses your internal clock, right, in that circadian rhythm. So try to just stay up all day. Try to stay awake, okay? You'll get better sleep at night. They did a lot of studies on this where, sure, you can get 30-minute naps in the day and it's going to enhance your daytime brain function. But if you start to take longer naps than that, if you start to go longer than a 30-minute nap, then your brain starts to become confused, right? And it's going to mess with, again, that biological clock inside of you. So if you take short naps, it's okay. Don't worry too much, because, again, that might not fuck your sleep up. But if you're taking long naps during the day, chances are you're going to have issues falling asleep, getting quality deep sleep, and remaining asleep. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, the fifth proven tip I've got for you to fall asleep better, faster, is to basically try to sleep and wake up at consistent times, right? So we've talked about that before. It's like, give yourself a routine, give yourself a schedule. You go to bed at this time and you wake up at this time, and stick to it. All right. If you're switching it up, if you're always changing the time you go to bed and always changing the time you wake up, there's no congruency, there's no fluidity, there's no systematic approach to that, and it's just super random, and your body is just not going to fall under any type of routine. It's not going to become a habit, and it's just not going to be consistent enough for you to be getting good sleep fast all the time, right? It's not going to be the best sleep because it's just always going to be altered and modified. So again, stay as close to similar times as possible when you're going to sleep and when you're waking up. And if you need an alarm clock at first, that's fine, but usually you'll get to the point where you won't even need an alarm clock because you'll be so in tune and your body will literally just be programmed to going to sleep at one time and then waking up at another time. So keep that in mind, guys. Sixth strategy or sixth proven tip I've got for you to get better sleep or to fall asleep faster is to take a melatonin supplement. Now, consult your doctors with this, consult your healthcare providers and professionals. I'm not recommending this by like prescription or anything like that. Not legal advice or anything like that. This is not medical advice, but there are over-the-counter supplements, over-the-counter products that you can go and purchase from like a CVS or Walgreens, Target, or wherever you need to go, and pick up melatonin supplements. Remember, melatonin is the key sleep hormone that tells your brain when it's time to relax and head to sleep and get some, rest. So they're actually really popular, in the marketplace. A lot of people use them for a sleep aid. So it's not like this random thing that I'm recommending. A lot of people do this. A lot of people use them. A lot of studies that even show that taking, just 2 milligrams of melatonin before bed improve their quality of sleep. And that might just be what you need. Now, again, you got to figure out at what levels do you need to take it. There's going to be different dose levels recommended for people who are, suffering at different stages. So depending on where you're at with your sleep level and quality level is going to determine how much melatonin you should take. All right, guys. So they usually recommend like 1 to 5 milligrams, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's typically the recommended amount. Depending on where you're at, in the world, you might even need to get a prescription though. So this is generally speaking towards those in the United States. However, again, if you're in a different country, you might need a doctor's prescription to get it. So, just be mindful of that. Don't get yourself in any crazy situation trying to get melatonin pills or something like that, or whatever the case may be, okay? Now, the seventh proven tip I've got for you to fall asleep faster and to get better sleep, okay? And it's just to consider these other supplements. So you've got, ginkgo biloba, you've got glycine, you got valerian root, you've got magnesium, L-theanine, and you got lavender. So these supplements all aid in, remaining calm, reducing stress levels, remaining relaxed, and just overall health benefits that keep your biological clock and everything balanced so that you can just operate how you're supposed to, right? And operating how you're supposed to means that you're getting deep quality sleep and you're not having issues falling asleep. You're actually able to fall asleep without, worry, without anxiety. You're not being interrupted in the middle of the sleep time and waking up, right? You're actually entering that deep REM stage of sleep because your sleep is popping, it's pure, and it's good. So certain supplements can, again, aid that, and they help just the overall function of your body, right? So you're gonna need sometimes things to help you out, guys. So try some of these supplements if you haven't already. You can even find a lot of them just in like natural teas and a lot of natural supplements, vitamins and things like that. You can start to incorporate those and see how it works for you, all right? Now my eighth strategy, or my eighth proven tip I've got for you to get better sleep is to basically just don't drink alcohol, all right? So here's the reason, having a couple of drinks of alcohol at nighttime can actually negatively affect your sleep and your hormones. It's known to increase, sleep apnea, snoring, and overall just disrupt your sleep patterns. Guys, if your body's trying to produce melatonin and you got alcohol interfering with that, boom, once again, your circadian rhythm is going to be messed up. It's all about the chemistry inside your body. So you got to be mindful of like the chemistry of what's going on inside you, because it all starts and connects within. You get what I'm saying? So, excuse me. Avoid alcohol, before bed. because it's going to reduce your melatonin overall. And like I said before, your sleep patterns will be just disrupted because your body is still trying to process all the alcohol and shit like that, you know. So moving forward, guys, the ninth proven tip I've got for you to get better sleep is to basically optimize your bedroom environment. Okay, so this things like the arrangement of your furniture. These are things like the lighting, you know what I'm saying? These are things like the amount of noise coming in. These are things like the fragrance and things like that. Okay, so just look at the setting of your bedroom and make sure that it's comfortable and that it is calming and that it does promote a good night's sleep. So a lot of times, you know, people are actually affected and getting poor sleep because of the noise coming in, you know, from traffic or because of the lights coming in through the blinds, you know, and these are small things that you can change, okay? So keep that in mind. Simple fixes, you know, keep things closed, use sound filtration, block things out with, you know, music, and do your best to, you know, muffle your room, and you basically mute your room, and it becomes way more peaceful, it becomes way more serene, it becomes way more quiet, and then you'll get better sleep. And obviously that ties into, you know, the light coming in too. So if you need to put up blackout curtains, do that, guys. If you need to get, you know, more blinds or whatever the case may be, do that, because whatever you need to do to get better sleep, as long as it's healthy and safe and sensible, should be done. And that's definitely key, is making sure your bedroom environment is situated accordingly for sleep. All right, guys, so that should be helpful right there. Now, the 10th proven tip I've got for you is to basically make sure the bedroom temperature is good, right? So we've talked about that before. Science suggests your bedroom should be anywhere between 65 to 70 degrees. That's where most people feel most comfortable. And the lower the temperature, the higher quality sleep. You know, obviously you don't want to be sleeping where it's freezing, but like I said, you want to be between that 65 and 70 degree range, and your sleep will be lit. It'll just be super good because your body heats up in the middle of the night. So if you're falling asleep at 75 degrees or 80 degrees, your body's naturally going to heat up in it. And you're going to add on the temperature externally. So you're going to be like, it's going to be like 89, 90 degrees, you know, sometimes 100 degrees. You'll be overheating, you know, and when you're overheating at nighttime, you'll be sweating, you'll wake up, you know, things like that. In order to get, you know, high quality sleep, your body should be at a low temperature. This is just science. So make sure that your bedroom isn't super hot, you know, and make sure that you've got proper airflow, proper air conditioning, things like that. So see what temperature fits and feels best for you, and that should work. All right. Now, the 11th tip I've got for you guys to get better sleep is basically to just don't eat, you know, late in the evening time. So this means you got to cut those late night meals out of your diet. You know what I'm saying? Because your body is still trying to digest these things instead of, you know, go to sleep. So if you're eating late at night, your human growth hormones are actually, you know, being released at that time, and they won't be released so well because of the food, you know. So that's going to cause an interference, because at nighttime, that's when your body's doing the growing, the repairing, it's doing its regenerating, right? So if you're adding more to it when it's still trying to process what's already been through it, it's interfering. So in result, you're not going to get the best quality sleep. You're not going to be able to fall asleep because your body's still trying to function and work and catch up to what you did. So your melatonin and your HGH levels will decrease if you're eating late at night. Now, this means that you should, you know, just have like your last meal just you know, earlier in the evening, and then give yourself, you know, 4 or 5 hours at least to digest and go to sleep, and then, you know, even keep your late night snacks kind of light, because those, depending on what it is, can also affect the quality of sleep, guys. So just be mindful of, you know, the effect that food can have on your body and its ability to fall asleep. All right, I've got the 12th tip right now for you guys to fall asleep better, to get better sleep, And it's pretty much learn how to relax and clear your mind in the evening. So learn how to just turn off the brain for a second, to just forget about all the worries and problems and situations and work and all the things that are stressing you out or making you not relaxed, right? Just learn to just calm down for a minute, okay? Because that right there is going to help you fall asleep quicker. It's going to give you better sleep. And the evening time, it's time to relax. You don't want to, get worked up and be all stressed out and tense at the end of the night, okay? Yeah, sure, you may have deadlines and you might have projects and you might have all type of things going on, but you can deal with that tomorrow when you wake up. Let yourself relax. Let yourself calm down. Like, give yourself that time to recharge. All right, so that's super key. A lot of you guys are just pushing yourself way too hard, and then at the end of the day, you're not able to fall asleep because you're still so fucking riled up and your mind is still racing. Okay, so learn to relax, guys. You can do, things like get a massage. You can, listen to music, read a book. You can take a hot bath or a shower. There's so many things you can do. Meditate, deep breathe, visualize, art, whatever the case is. There's so many things you can do to just relax and, promote a seduced state to your body. That's what you want to do. You want to fall under the vibe of just complete chill and cool, right? Because when you're chill and when you're cool, that's when you're able to just fall asleep and you're not spending time thinking about all the day. Oh, what about tomorrow? You know what? It doesn't matter at the moment, because all that matters in that moment is your ability to fall asleep so that you can wake up and be your best version. Okay, and if you're not getting high quality sleep, then you'll never be your best version. All right? So that's that. Now, my 13th tip and strategy is something I just mentioned, slightly. However, it's one of the biggest things for me, and it's actually part of my routine, is taking a relaxing shower at nighttime. So I just know that for me, a nice 5 to 10 minute shower at nighttime with hot water, a nice music playing, candles lit, helps me relax. And I know that my temperature outside of the shower is going to be nice and cool, so it's actually helping my body naturally go from warm to cold, which is triggering time to sleep. And it's just overall relaxing. I got a jacuzzi, sometimes I'll do that, and it's just something about the hot water just really relaxes you and your muscles and lets you just chill out. And that's one of the best ways to get good sleep, like I said, is just to be chilling out, to be relaxed, and to just naturally drift into a sleep state. So that's simple, guys. Take a nice shower, go to sleep, make that part of your routine, and you'll feel good. All right, guys. Now, the 14th tip I've got for you, the 14th proven strategy I've got for you to get better sleep and get to sleep faster, is to basically consider the fact that you might have a disorder. You might have some type of a sleep disorder, so you might need to rule that out. I mean, it's more common than you think, especially with one called sleep apnea. A lot of people have that where it's, they have interrupted breathing or snoring patterns, and, you actually stop breathing when you're sleeping. So maybe you have that, you may not even know it. It's something that a lot of people, seek health professionals for, medicine, and you can go to your provider as far as healthcare goes and see if that is something that you actually have. Just consult with somebody professional, see, hey, is it possible that I have a sleep disorder? Or, why am I always waking up at night? Do yourself that justice right there. Do yourself a favor, because you might have a sleep disorder, period. And if you do, well then boom, you can actually go ahead and address the situation. You can fix the problem, and then you'll get better sleep. All right. Now, the 15th tip I've got for you guys, 1-5. The tip here is to get a comfortable bed, mattress, and pillow. So this is different than the bedroom atmosphere and environment. This is the actual bed itself, guys. The quality of your bed is important. Some people wonder why they always sleep better in a hotel. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because the people who set up the hotel room set it up so that you have a good night's sleep. If you go into a nice hotel, that is. They have high quality mattresses, high quality sheets. The air conditioning is there. The pillows are nice. and that's what helps get a better night's sleep. Okay, so the comfort level of a bed is subjective. Everyone's got different preferences. Some like it firm, some like it more plush. Whatever the case may be for you, you got to know what you sleep on better and what makes you sleep the best. And your bed might be the problem right now, because you might be having backaches. You might not be getting the best sleep because of the way you're sleeping on the neck, or you might just have an outdated spring mattress and you need a memory foam mattress. Like, you don't know until you go and find out. Certain beds affect your bloods, like your blood circulation, like all type of things like that, guys. So consider the fact that you may need a new bed. It's a possibility, especially if you've had that same bed that you've had since like forever. You might want to get a new bed, and it's recommended you get a new bed at least every 5 to 8 years. So if you're on a mattress and it's over 5 to 8 years, guys, it's time to get a new one. All right, and that's just it right there. Now, the last tip I've got right here is to just not work out and exercise before sleep. All right, and I don't count sex in this, but I'm saying, like, don't go to the gym, don't go to the fucking track and start running. Don't try to run a marathon before you go to sleep, guys. Get your workouts done in the morning, okay? Because if you're doing it at nighttime, it's like doing shit backwards. Because, put it like this, it's like the coffee or the nicotine or the alcohol. Like, it's basically stimulating you. That's what working out does. It boosts your heart rate, your adrenaline and all that. So your body is like hyped up when you're working out, guys. And that contradicts everything that we talked about when you're trying to go to sleep. You don't want to be jacked up and like super amped when you're trying to relax and go to sleep, right? So just think about that. I mean, some people like to do it, and like they like to go to the gym or whatever at nighttime, and it doesn't really affect their sleep, and that's like their preferred way, or like that's like the only time they can. And if that's you, well, that's cool. But regular exercise during the day is usually the most effective way, and that's going to let you get a good night's sleep naturally and more effectively, guys. So that was that right there. I'm just going to tell you straight up, man, I appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end. Do you have any of those problems? Do you have any of those issues when you come to sleep? Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. Give me some feedback. Hit the like button if you liked the video. I would suggest that you also subscribe if you haven't already. At the end of the day, guys, I do this for you. So let me know what videos you would like me to make in the future. What topics should we talk about? What questions do you have? Follow my Instagram. Get your free stock below at Robinhood. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay blessed, and focus on success. I'll see you in the next video. And when you see it, tap in.